What's going on this morning, family? What's going on? Black Phoenix checking in right now. I am at the headquarters and I wanted to talk to you about building your own bank to invest in your own business. And I'm going to tell you what I have learned. And this is what has been hitting me over and over since I've been in this area, since I've been critiquing my business strategy, um, my promotion, my products. I've noticed that a lot of times it's easier for us, and especially for us, African Americans, Black natives, Black people, to get certain loans to advance the business or to get the credit right to invest the business. So a lot of times we'll hit stumbling blocks. It's just what it is because we'll get to a situation where we had to get over certain hurdles, and I had faced them many times with credit, faced them times with being able to get a car loan, to get a vehicle, which is a liability, but not being able to get a legit business loan showing that I'm going to provide a profit with what I'm doing. So I learned that, you know what, sometimes I had to use my own capital, and I have to use my capital and invest it in myself. I have to use my capital instead of going and putting it in the bank and sitting it there, because even if I invest in them, they're not going to invest in me. But if I do anything that violates any rule, I'm instantly getting taxed there. And some of them even tax you if you go to inside the branch so many times, and you might see a $3 charge on your check and like on your deal. Like, what is this for? They charge you to go in the branch on certain banks, and I bet you didn't even know that. They charge you to go. If you go in there so many times on certain accounts you have, then they charge you for coming in there talking to the assistant. Now, if you drive through, they don't charge you. If you do the drive through where you don't actually physically come in. So the system is set up to make money. So we have to learn how to use our earned income. And that's why I stress that, use our earned income to invest in our passive income products. And that's really why I wanted to show some products, just to give an idea. I've been showing my container conversions, what I'm doing with that. You want to own, and I've been really understanding it more and more lately, like owning how you make money, rent, lease, everything else. Um, I heard a gentleman say that the rich owns nothing. And he was standing in front of a nice vehicle, nice home, he's dressed nice. And it hit me, man. A lot of times we focus for the wrong thing. Like we go after the wrong thing. And in the long run, what matters is the assets. Well, we think if we have liabilities, people can see, "Ooh, I got this car, or I got these clothes, I got a lot of the things that we can instantly show off are liabilities." So we have to learn how to reprogram ourselves. So if you have in a situation where the bank, good rising, good rising, let me see what you're saying. Let me check in. Yeah, I am live right now, man. I'm up, got a lot on my mind. I've been working on a couple ideas, so I wanted to kind of address the issue with us not investing in ourselves. Second shift, you getting it in, ain't you? I see. All gone, all gone. So, I think it's very important that we learn how to create, how to invest and build our own bank. Our own bank is building up our work ethics, building up our assets, owning how we make money. That's what banks do. You know what I'm saying? We want to own how we make money. So your tools, um, all vehicles you don't want to own, but your work vehicles, especially your work truck, or if you got a car that you literally work out of, logos on it, you got to go do business trips, like that's what you do. Like if it's something like that, then you want to get something that you can own if it's worth owning, and then some things are just worth leasing. Now, when it comes to business tools like trucks, I have learned that it's better to own them because they last longer and you can just keep the maintenance up and they'll live for a long time. So we have to learn how to build our own bank, make our own products, invest in ourselves, and take our time because our value builds up over time, just like a bank. You know, as you keep hustling, you keep building your brand and your product, it's literally going to build, it's going to grow over time, your bank that you're building. So keep in mind that you might not see the growth in the beginning, but it's growing. So for those who follow me now, if you would go back in my archives 2 years ago in my videos, 3 years ago when I first started, you can see the growth. Like I didn't have anything, and I did that because I wanted to leave a pure example of what it takes to get there. You're not going to get there overnight, even though you might see a person here and you might, man, they there now, I need to get there. How did they get there? Most time you hear a story, this and this, but you never really see the clear picture. So just me personally, with my life, I wanted to lead by example. So I wanted to show the good, the bad, the ugly, you know, the smiles, the frowns, whatever, you know, because that's life. And you need a realistic picture. And I just want to be realistic with you to let you know that, in my personal opinion, you know, I don't think it's wise to get a loan to start your business. Now, if you have someone that wants to invest in your business where it's not like on your shoulders where you got this date, this time, you got to pay this amount back right then that's a different situation. Because you can have investors, you might have 2, 3, 4, 5 investors or just one, and y'all work together and really make something happen because y'all see the vision in the long run. We know it takes money to make money. And not only does it take money, credit makes money. So if you don't have the credit, we got to work on our credit. Like literally, if you don't have it, work on it. Stop using it to do BS stuff as far as TVs and luxury things that's not making you money, that's costing you money. Get your credit strong enough to use it to make you money. Like to buy some assets, to buy some tools, to buy some things that can help really, really grow your business. Like for instance, I was in a situation where I needed a welding machine when I was in Phoenix. Well, the one I had to get rid of it. So I needed another one to do a job. If I would have had my credit, literally, I'm gonna be honest with you, if my credit would have been right, this one place would have let me get one. I could have got one for like a couple $100 and was on a monthly payment plan for not that much. But my goal was to pay it off within this job. But since my credit score wasn't at least a 600 at that time, I couldn't do. No, I needed a 650, I think, and I couldn't do what I was trying to do. So I had to fall back and find a rental place that actually charged me more to rent it, and I could have put that money towards owning it. You see what I'm saying? And I could have bought it off with my credit, and then went paid it all the way off, and then my credit would have been better. Instead, I had to lose, you know, hundreds and not recop, even though I got the job and I was able to use that job and then invest that money to go get a welder. But still, what I had to use, I still lost on that, even though I got the job. So I started understanding more. Like at first I was against, like, man, I'm gonna use cash everything now because, you know, I'm from the projects, I'm from the hood, like literally, like, so I believe in cash. Cash rules everything, like literally, like, so the more capital you have is good, but when you're doing business, it's not wise all the time to use all of your capital. And that's one thing I have learned. Let me stop and see what you're saying. Check in with my people real quick. What's going on? Honestly, I don't really know too much about those machines, but I'm gonna tell you something. Technology is like great right now. So just because it's not a certain brand, that don't mean anything because a lot of them have that main brand parts in them. You know what I'm saying? So right now, there's a lot of brands that might not be known that's still real good welders. So if you can get you a good home welder, I just say try to get you something you can be able to do what you like to do. If it's cost efficient, if it can do exactly what you're trying to do, then hey, I'm all for it. Like I have used welders that I never even heard of that burn good. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, I mean, right now the way the technology is, it's a lot of good equipment out there for reasonable prices, literally. So if that's a good way to do it, that'll be a real good way to build your bank. And that's another thing. Building your bank is getting your equipment. You know, that's why I say products over talent, but you also need to own your tools. So owning your tools is part of your bank. You know, you want to own your welder, you want to own some grinders or whatever it is, toolboxes, sawhorses, whatever it is that you do to get your haul on. You want to own that most definitely, like everything that you need. And that's one thing that I have learned. Like, if you confess to say this is who I am, then you should have at least that. Don't be the person to say I'm this, and every time it's time to go do this, you got to go borrow this or call this to get this because you don't got what you need to do what you say you do. Then you don't do it then. In my personal opinion, you need to be ready. So that's another thing that we have to learn. We have to learn to be ready in season and out of season. We have to stay ready so that way we don't have to get ready. So when we get that call or that whatever pops up, we can jump in the truck, jump in the car, and we gone, jump on a plane, whatever need to be done. So I think that that's valuable for us to prepare like that and to think like that. You know what I mean? So get all your tools, man. If it's something that you need, get it. Don't be the person that feel like you got to buy everything new. In my personal opinion, I wouldn't buy it new unless it calls for it to be new and you need that warranty on it. If not, if it's something that you can get used and it's still good, buy it used. I got many used equipment that I got that I still use from years ago. Years ago. So you'd be surprised on what you can get. And I got new stuff that still lasts that I actually went out close to the warranty that I was happy that I got the warranty on. You see what I'm saying? So it all depends on what you buy, what you get. Like for instance, my welder, I have a welder that I teach. I teach and I use to build things. It's a 250V, Lincoln 250V. It's actually a inverter machine that does TIG and stick. Got a few different settings on it. This machine came out new, I believe. I seen it probably a little over $3,000 when it came out. That machine did. I got the machine for $450 from a guy that really didn't know what he had. He had some bigger machines. He thought they was worth more. Say, hey, well, give me, I think he said 500. I had 450. He went for it. I left. I was happy. I knew what I had, but he felt like, you know, he just bought this place and he was just selling things. It was a little wealthy. He felt like, well, there ain't no money, but I got these big ones. So some people think that just something big is worth more, which is not all the time. So I invested in that, and it made me money like I can't even explain to you how many bills it done paid, how many how many investments it didn't help me make because I had the right tools. I used that to help design the staircase and design the shooting target, well not the shooting target, but the welding skid because my first one I stick weld, and because I was getting material from a job that had extra pieces, but it was a little thicker material. So my first welding skid probably weighed, not exaggerating, it was a little over 200 pounds. The first one it was a little over 200 pounds, so it was heavy, and it was heavy because I was using uh, scrap materials from job sites to actually build my prototype. And once I built it and then got it together and fine tuned it, I knew exactly what I need. Now it's around 150 pounds or less, depends on what all you got on it, you know. So I figured out a way to construct them, and that's another way of building your bank. Fine tuning your products. That's one thing. You can always get better. You listen to your clients, listen to your customers. They might give you advice. Don't pay attention. You know, a lot of people would just throw hate because they see you doing things, but even the hate can be constructive criticism. You can use the hate for motivation. You see what I'm saying? So just use all of those outside sources, but learn how to invest in yourself. That's the main thing. You know, we quick to invest in how we look, our appearance, but a lot of times that don't make us money unless we're in a situation where your appearance do make you money. But what we do, you want to look professional, you want to be clean or whatever, but you don't have to go out. I even got a song called "Being Clean," and to me, being clean, I never went all the way out. I like to dress, I like to look good, but I didn't feel like being clean is all about how you carry yourself and how you keep yourself, fresh, and just as far as your cleanliness. You know how they say cleanliness is next to godliness. How you carry yourself, your smile, your appearance, but not necessarily meaning, oh, I'm staying clean because I just spent $300-400 on a pair of jeans or something. You know what I mean? Like I don't do that. I have a pair of boots that's actually over $300, and they work boots. You can scuff them, and it ain't gonna hurt my feelings. That's what they for. You see what I'm saying? And it's crazy because my mentality trip when I used to spend $100 on some shoes, I get mad if somebody scuffed them. Now I spend over $300 on some boots, work boots, and it's nothing because that's what they for. So our mentality changes as we grow up, but that's an investment. You see what I'm saying? Those boots are an investment. They keep my body safe, my shoe. I just seen people have limbs lose stuff like feet get infected, like no lie, like having cheap boots and rub and something. Man, you got to protect yourself. So if you in the field doing whatever you do, get the proper material, get the proper equipment. You don't have to go the cheap route. You don't have to go the expensive route. You can hit it in the middle. You can get good and used stuff to get you over. So buying used to me is a way of building your bank because you can get it cost efficient enough to help make it different investments. And I'm gonna give you a good investment. I've been posting videos and talking about my fixer up trailer. I got a 16-foot utility trailer that I bought. And I'm gonna just give you some numbers just to let you know what all it took me to get this project done. So, including me buying a trailer from a gentleman, getting some wheels, buying the wheels and tires. I got, new rims and tires. Well, they was used, but they new. You know what I mean? Like literally, they still got titties on. Fixed the wheels, added some metal. I had to get a stick of 2x2 tubing. I had to add some angle on it. Did the wheels. Had to buy some self-tapping screws, some longer ones to screw down some areas to get everything firm and tight. Some paint. I had to get a new harness for it, so I did a new wiring system because the old wires was, brittle and messed up. So I did a whole new wiring system. I put new lights on it. Didn't have to buy any wood. I had some extra pieces of wood that I used to, reinforce it. And I still got to make a gate on the back, but I got the material already, so I don't have to pay for that. So getting it up and going, which right now I can use it. I can jump on the road and go anywhere. So right now, me being able to jump on the road and go anywhere with this trailer, it's a 16-foot by 6.5, I believe. These trailers normally run about $2,400 before tax. All in, I'm under $700. Under $700 with everything I just said, because I had to hustle it. You see what I'm saying? Like I didn't go in no rush. I pieced everything together. I found the deal here. I could have rushed off. Literally, just my rims and tires would have cost me $600 if I would have went brand new and just went to a store. But I wasn't gonna do that. Surely somebody on the market got some that they trying to get rid of, that they broke something or need to sell them because they in the buying. I could find a better deal. And I did. I found some half price. So that was half of my situation was the rims and tires. You got to have rims and tires to move it around. They got to be reliable. You know what I mean? You don't want to have something you always got to go fix a flat every day, every other day. I don't want to deal with all that. You know what I mean? I don't want to deal with all that. And plus, I'm also not going to overweight my trailer. I want to use it for what it's for, and that's what it is. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people try to do too much and tear their stuff up. My goal is to make money. So as of now, like I say, I'm under $700 in this investment, and that's building my bank. Cause check this out, I got the trailer, invested in it, even though I could use that money towards my container conversion, because I really do need to use it towards my container conversion. I'm like, dang, I need a trailer to make more money to keep working on the conversion and keep doing other things, because I get busy and to put signs and different stuff where I need a trailer. And I'm like, man, I'm always in the bind. I need to get this. This is going to help my business grow. This is part of my bank. So instead of me using that 7 to complete the conversion at the moment, I step back and put it towards the trailer to finish it to make more income. You know, it's all about being able to set yourself up to make passive income and more income. So I needed to be able to not just spend money where it was gone. I need to invest some money. I invested in my bank. You see what I'm saying? I got the trailer fixed. So for that price, man, it was unreal. Like I couldn't bought no trailer like that for $700. You know what I mean? Even if I sold it for 1,000, I still feel like I'm losing because you can't get one. You know, with what I'm doing to it. You see what I'm saying? So my goal is to just build tools, and to me, that's a big part of building our bank is to have the right tools, to invest in the right tools, to get the right information, the right consultations, the right education, the right material, literature. You know, you want all of that. And one thing you're gonna realize, you don't want a handout, but you do need a hand up sometimes. But people are not going to just assist you just because you got a vision or a goal. So don't come to people think, oh, I got this, they should invest in me. You need to invest in my vision. You know, you want some angel tree investors like a partner of mine in Alabama say. They want angel tree investors, you know what I'm saying? But they ain't showed no business. They ain't showed what they have put into business. Let me see what you have lost or what you have made or where you're going. Sometimes business don't make a profit, but you put money in it and people see this is going to go. But right now it takes capital to get the wheels actually to rolling. Some things are like that. Like I had to literally back off a couple great ideas because of capital, because of not having the finances, not being able to go get a loan, not having some, or having to sell this to do this. We have an old saying in the South, we said sometimes we have to rob Peter to pay Paul. So I know I'm not the only one who had to rob Peter to pay Paul, you know what I mean? So sometimes you have to shuffle some things around, especially being independent and building your business, but it will work. But you have to work on your priorities. Sometimes we get caught up, oh, I need rims and tires and some nice stuff, and then you get to realize, like, man, I don't need that stuff. I'm trying to impress the wrong people. You know what I mean? Like, literally. And now, like, I like nice things, don't get me wrong. Me and my wife, we enjoy having nice things. You work hard, you want to have something. Like, ain't nothing wrong with that. But that don't make me, don't get, you know what I mean? That's not my main objective, you know what I mean? To just look good or to have, say, oh, I stay in this nice place. I live over here. I'm not really tripped up about that. You know what I mean? People are caught up in the names and neighborhoods. I stay in this neighborhood. All their money go there, but they stay there. Or, ooh, I drive this car. I know a guy, a few people. I know a dude in Phoenix that got a Range Rover not a Range Rover. Yes, I knew a Range Rover that he was actually living in because he working, but he spending all his money towards that car to impress people that he's living in. And he cool with it at the moment, and now he figured out, man, I messed up, man. All this money is going towards this, and he's just putting himself in a bind to look good. So you know, we do things for different reasons. I'm not gonna try to knock nobody for what they do because I have done vain things myself. I think that's a part of growing up, growing into a man, growing into an adult. That you're gonna make some bad decisions, but I would say this: you want to have a good counselor around you, and you don't want to have counselors around you who are your peers. You know, ain't nothing wrong with getting advice from your peer. I'm not knocking that, but you want to have some wisdom from someone that's a little older or who have already been through what you're going through or have been the ropes a few times. You see what I'm saying? Because they're going to be able to see things that you're not going to see. They have already experienced it. That's why it says, even in the scriptures, even from the beginning of time, they say, learn from our elders. The wisdom is very important because history repeats itself, and if history repeats itself, that means they didn't already been through it twice. Maybe we can get something from them and not be so arrogant. Sit down at their feet and listen to them. You know, do something humble like wash their feet. You see what I'm saying? Like literally, like I respect the like I love wisdom, I love information because they've been there. It's like Miss Carol, for instance, this lady that I network with. She do signs and T-shirts and graphics. This lady just celebrated 50 years in business. 50 years. So you know there's some valuable information I can get from this lady with dealing with customers, dealing with clients, doing this. And I remember one time she said, when I first met her, she said she had to go repost some graphics. how do you get your graphics repo? Can somebody tell me that you got to be you doing around doing all this and this and this, and you get your graphics repo? Man, that's rough, man. But that's some stuff that you learn, that people want that image so bad that they'll try to cut all the corners with certain things you don't want to cut. Certain stuff, man, you just got to bite that bullet and pay for it, like I do. Like certain things I have to invest in. You want quality, and certain things you got to pay for it, or you got to find it. If you don't want that price, like I couldn't see myself spending, even though if I had to, I had to go spend, but I still was going to try to find the best route, because think about it. If I'd have spent, because the rims was like, for just some new good trailer rims, period, they was like $75 a piece. That's $300 just on rims. Then you're looking at tires, new, ranging from anywhere from $75 to $90 a piece. So as you see, that could have got expensive. So you have to learn how to think outside of the box. Don't cut no channel off. I hear people say, man, I don't use Facebook. I don't get on this. Oh, I got my girl. My girl. Hey, man, let me tell you something. You need to do it. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to keep it real with you. I don't care because you don't get on there and you ain't got to browse. Business, marketplace, it's money to be made. You're losing money by not being on certain social media sites. You don't have to listen. I don't get on there being people business, checking out what they doing. If I go on there and something pop up and I see it in my feed while I'm on there doing something, I try to like or say something, you know what I mean? Or like a photo, or maybe get a meme or something that I like I could use. But other than that, I'm just doing business. But to not have it, man, you're missing money. There's so many deals on Marketplace, OfferUp, Craigslist, whatever they got out there. Like, it's so much you can do. And I hear people complain, I don't know what I'm going to do. How I'm going to pay a bill. Like, we got to think outside of the box. Like, I just found the guy, check this out. Found the new guy. I met him when I first moved here. And I went in the other day and I did a video on this. He's into the liquidation. He went to the liquidation.com website. So it's liquidation.com. He signed up, got everything in line to start doing selling merchandise. Buying merchandise, bidding on it. He showed me where he spent approximately probably $350 after shipping, maybe a little bit more after shipping. He got 10 boxes full of stuff. He've already made over $3,000. Already made it. And he still got boxes full of stuff. You see what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, we got to figure out a hustle. You see what I'm saying? We can't complain. You know what I mean? This guy's on eBay. He posted. He said most of the stuff he do not sell local, because local people try to beat him, and they do. Around here, they real cheap. They want to beat you for everything. Think everything's $1. And everything ain't no dollar. You know what I'm saying? I've had some people ask me for my services, and I don't even respond because I'm not doing that for that. Nah, I'm not coming over there for that. It ain't even worth my time. I'm not even gonna waste my time for that. So, I think a lot of times we have to really, really think outside the box. But like I say, there's so much we can learn from business owners, from elders, from the wise, from those who are older, from having counselors, from having people who's giving input. Like, for instance, the input, this information that I'm giving, I know eventually one day it's going to help someone. Someone is going to use it to help grow their business or themselves personally. So I just don't want to be selfish about it. You know what I mean? As I learn, I just want to share some of it with my people, because I know that I was looking for information myself personally, and I couldn't find it. Like, literally, like, I was looking and knocking on doors, and people like, oh, nah, figure it out, find your lane. Like, damn, all I want is some information. I'm not asking you for no money, I'm good. But some people in certain positions they get in, once they get famous or get a little money or get, they feel like everybody trying to eat off of them. And I get it, because it's wicked out here, because I understand it now, because I go through it. So now I get why they'd be a little hesitant to let certain people in, because people are vultures. So you have to prove yourself, and I remember when I heard this guy say, you find your lane. Once you find your lane, then we'll meet up and do business. Until then, I got to control my lane and my shine. I can't let you get over here. This is my lane. You know what I mean? So I thought about that when he said that. I'm like, damn. just create your own lane, man. Like, you create your own lane and just keep hustling at it. And eventually, those you want to network with, you'll network with. I got goals to network with some of my mentors, that I would love to sit down and get some conversation from, to get some information from, to get some wisdom, to hear some stories that they might not have shared, just personal, just being around them, you know what I mean? Just, how I remember it's a parable where it was a lady with an issue of blood, and she was pushing through the crowd because she heard that the Messiah was around. He was there, and he was healing people. And she had so much faith. She's like, I just need to get to him. And it was so many people. She felt in her mind that, hey, you know what? If I can just get around close enough to touch his clothes, to touch his garments, probably I can get enough virtue out of what he just being around him, that it's going to help heal what I got going on. That's how much faith this lady had. And when she finally pressed through and she touched him, he stopped. It was so many people. And he said, some virtue has left me. And his disciples around said, there's a lot of people around here, Lord. We don't know who can touch you. You know what I mean? It could be anybody. He knew. He knew who it was. She had enough faith. And to me, I think that's what we have to do when we're building our vision, when we really want to get around certain people, to if we feel like we can really get some, we have to do that work ethics. We have to press like she did. We have to say, hey, I'm going to meet this person. I'm going to get around, because I believe if I can get around them, I can maybe get some jewels, get something that can heal me, that can make me whole, some information. You see what I'm saying? So my mentors are, who I would love to see one day in the flesh is Master P and my other big homie, you know what I mean, from Rap a Lot, Jay Prince, the OG. I would like to meet E40, Too Short. Them just some people that I would just like to meet. I grew up listening to them. I really, really respect them. Scarface, I would love to meet Scarface. I'd love to meet Willie D. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's some people that I would love to sit down. I would love to sit down and hold a conversation with T.I. I like T.I. You know what I mean? Like, I like, it's some people from the East Coast, like Method Man and Redman. I like them. I grew up listening to them, wearing the backpack and getting the shoes that wasn't Timberlands, and making them look like Tim's. You know what I mean? Like, I grew so to meet certain people, icons to me personally. That's who inspired me to meet Dr. Boris Watkins. That'll be a blessing to me to sit down and go to one of his Black Business School conventions. That'll be a blessing to meet Dr. Charles Anderson, Miss Vicky, some of the people in our Black communities that's really, really doing things. Our brother that's from the Bay Area, who's in Africa right now, JT. He's doing wonderful things. I like to meet that brother, just to meet him. I mean, I like his story. You know what I mean? Like, so I feel like we all have people that we really respect, but sometimes it's going to take the hustle and our grind and us building our own banks to actually finally get across, to actually meet certain people, to actually sit at these tables, because it's not going to happen by coincidence. It's going to be from work ethics and hustle, and being able to be your movement being able to be bigger than you. I heard a few of them say that, and I understand it now. Like, once I stepped to the side and I start making Hog On not about me, but about us, it started changing. And that's why I stick to the strip. I don't have, you don't see a lot of my, you see my face in my videos a lot, but on a lot of my information when it comes to my page, you see my hog. The hog represents us. You know what I mean? This is what connects us with all people. The hog. You know what I mean? Because we all hustling over grounded obstacles naturally. We all going through. We all getting a hog on. You see what I'm saying? We all building things and paying homage. So that thing crossed over a different boundary, because my goal is to help all people, just like Christ said. But I was sent here to help my people. You see what I'm saying? So I'm open to help any doors, but I know my main objective, my heart, my tears, my effort. I cry for my people, like my brothers and my sisters and my kids. I want to see my black women do better. I want to see my black man do good. I want to see everybody from the hood eat and change and grow. But I know I can't save everybody, and everybody don't want change. So I have to start somewhere. So I would say, hey, for those who are hungry, I'm gonna give some information out. And as they grow, they'll remember where they got that information from because even like they said, you might help 10 and only one come back. But that one might be that valuable one. Everybody else might say, yeah, he helped me, but they never came back and paid homage. I know dudes I didn't help that never came back and paid homage, you know what I mean? But that was fine with me. But they go around and say, hey, he helped me. But as far as like really showing some love, they ain't show no love. But that's how it is sometimes. Just because you pick somebody up don't mean that they're gonna return the favor. You see what I'm saying? So if it's in you to do it, just do it anyway. Don't do it for that reason. Say, hey, this is why I'm doing it. So I feel it's very important for us to build our banks, build our material, build our independence by owning our tools, by owning how we make money, leasing, rent, and everything else. I get it now. Man, I get it now. You know what I mean? And 50 years ago, it probably was cool to do that. 40 years ago, it was cool to, I want to do, but you don't want to be in a situation where nothing is controlling you. Year or two lease, you can be able to move around. Like you want to be able to move around. You don't want to be tied down. Life is what it is, and sometimes in order for to get that real bag, you got to travel. Most of the people I know that's really, really getting money, they do traveling, they do it in Benz, they on and off planes, they doing seminars, they in places, they in meetings, So a lot of this gonna come, into play, and then you're gonna have to get to a place where you're gonna have to sit while you're building something like Brother JT doing right now. He had to go to Africa and actually get established and over here making it happen, got to see the process and doing everything because you got to do everything. You got to oversee the process. It's your baby, it's your vision, it's your child. Hog on, that's why I'm behind it. I face obstacles all the time trying to get things happen, and that's why I say building your own bank, because I face times where finances keeps me from really doing what I really want to do. Like I could be at a completely different level if it weren't for finances. Now I'm taking care of, bills and kids and business, and I'm trying to balance it. And personally, I can't have a regular job. Like I did that already. I'm over that. Like a job give me anxiety. Like I can't do it. I haven't been on one that didn't try to oppress me. Oppressing how I look like it's a no-brainer. So I have to really, really hustle and figure out how can I replace that income by not being oppressed, because I feel oppressed on the job. So that's why I left that alone. I have to be independent, and that's why another reason why I don't have employees. I like to have members, but I don't want to impress nobody. Like we can get some money, I want to be and make it a win-win situation, but I'm not with oppressing you. You know what I mean? Like I'm not with that. Like what we can be members and have equal value and have value. Everybody got a position, but on certain things, I'm just not with that. And then also I feel like when you starting something, especially your main thing, you want to learn how to own that completely. You want to know the ins and out of it. So when we building our banks, I think it's all about building the things we need to be independent, the tools, like I say, the cafe, office, storefront. I'm building my own storefront slash office slash welding sessions. Like I'm making it multi-purpose, where a person can be able to come to visualize some ideas of what they might want, or they can come and get some welding tutoring and sessions, where they can come and buy some of my personal products. If it's my hats, my clothing, my welding skis, my shooting targets, um, my staircases, or whatever else that I create, or some of the mugs that I have. I have custom mugs that people who want mugs with their business on them. We sell these by the cases. So if you want your logos on them or whatever to promote your business or event we got these affordable, tall, short, whatever you want. You know what I mean? Like I'm all into products, T-shirts, from signs, from business, promotional things. Like if you need stuff for your windows, for your vehicles, like I'm into products that would help improve the next person, your business, with your goal, your home, what you got going on. I like to invest in people. I think people are the best investment, and I like to invest in our youth. And I think investing in our youth is part of me building my bank too, because I like to give the information to them, because I know it's going to be one of them that's going to take the game to a whole nother level. It might not be. I have 3 children. Out of my 3 kids, it might only be one of them out of the 3 that actually grab the vision and run with it. That's just what it is. I have overheard different gentlemen that say, "Oh yeah, this happened. I only had these many, and this one went left field." Sometimes it is what it is. Everybody's people. Some people see things, and I feel like you can't force feed no one. That's why I love the fact that I can just come on YouTube, go live, give some information, and leave. I'm not force feeding nobody. I'm not forcing you to watch it. I'm not, trying to sell you something all the time and say, "Hey, you need to buy this. This is going to change your life." No, I just want to share some of my personal struggles with you, give you some information that might really, really help you. And later you can even go back. It can be saved. You say, "You know what, I missed that, man," because I didn't go, I can't tell you how many videos I went back to find King, to listen to something that Master P said, to something that that my brother Boris Watkins said that I really wanted to know, that Dr. Charles Anderson said that I'm like, man, I really wanted to know that, you know what I mean? And now I get it, when I listen to different things that different mentors that I had say, I had to go back sometime, like, man, this is what that means, like, I'm all about growth and development, like me personally, like I'm about that life. And I know that it takes cause and effect. It's going to show change over time, and that's why I say growth and development, because you're going to have to grow, you develop, you're going to grow, you're going to develop. It's like a process, constantly grow. It's like you get better and better, and then as you go, you get more and more confidence. You see what I'm saying? And one thing I know about a bank, the bigger our bank get, the more people that want to invest in the bank, to make the bank bigger, to say, "Hey, I want to be a part of that financial structure. I see that you put money in there, you can get something out. I can actually get a return. I can make something happen." So it's all about creating a new way, not just using something as a structure or a tool to make money, but are you really helping? Like, I heard Master P say the other day that one of the things that really give him fulfillment now is philanthropist. I'm saying it wrong, but you know what I'm saying? Helping people. I'm saying it wrong. So it really helps him a lot to really help people with speeches and his master class and helping the youth, the basketball camps and all that. He gets more out of it. And I get it, man, because ain't nothing like seeing a kid or seeing someone you help life go to another level, and you know that it was a seed that you planted that helped them get there. And even when they get there, they never forget to say, yeah, that's my guy. Hey, come on, all right, yeah, this who helped me. That's what's up, man. To me, that's the biggest plus. The biggest plus is to actually be able to give like that. I mean, like, from a pure place. And so that's what I like about this, because there's no obligation on how I deliver things. That's why a lot of the videos that you might see follow me be organic, unorthodox, so to speak, random, because I like the fact that I can just share when or how I feel. I don't have to be politically correct, because it's not about that. It's about just giving some good information, and you might have to water through this or breeze through this and get what you need, but that's what it's about. Some things are just talk, as far as, it might not be meant for you. Like I always tell people, I don't try to force anything on anyone. If it's meant for you, you'll gravitate to it. It'll touch you if it's meant for you. But if it's not meant for you, then if you criticize and this, you're gonna miss the blessing, or it wasn't meant for you anyway. So my goal is just to plant the seed with my Hog on Welding YouTube channel, with the Facebook page, with the Instagram page. My goal is to just promote what I do, and also build a new movement. So I want to lead by example. So I want to build a bank, build a currency with products over talent, that investing in myself, building what I'm doing, investing in the youth, building what I'm doing, investing in my family. You know what I mean? Like, you can do it. It takes time, but I'm learning. You know what I mean? Like, it takes smart investments. It takes investing in other things that could actually make an income, so that way you can invest in what you really like to do. You know, like for instance, investing in this liquidation that I'm learning about. I want to get into this, like literally. I'm going to make an investment. So when I do that, that investment can help pay off other investments. You know, I watched a guy that I know, I feel like I'm a little sharper than, he winning. And I didn't know about this. So I'm like, shoot, I need to sharpen my skills up and go, I'm missing money. You know what I mean? And I enjoy doing that. So it's all about finding something that you enjoy doing and being able to make income. Sometimes your income ain't gonna be from things that you really enjoy doing. It might just be from a side thing or a product. That's fine. We still got bills to pay. Rent is still due. The lights, water, is still due. So it's certain things we're gonna have to do anyway. So, everything might not be something that you really enjoy doing to build your bank, but it's helping build your bank. So just wanted to say that this morning. I don't want to keep y'all that long. Like I said, man, this morning I'm not gonna lie. I've been up, had a few things on my mind, just thinking about my son. I got to jump on the road, hopefully get him today. I got some deals to pick up some material out of town. I'm trying to get some wood to do this deck. We're gonna knock this out because the weather changed. And let me tell you something, I'm in Oklahoma City right now. I'm in the garage and it's starting to get cooler. I went out this morning, it was warm outside, no lie. Probably 30 minutes later, I'll go back outside, I feel the wind blowing, and I literally felt the knob on the door had got cool. I'm like, damn, like literally that weather went flip-flop so fast. So they say we supposed to be getting some cold, supposed to breeze in. I'm not used to the cold, so y'all probably hear me complaining. You probably hear me complaining about it here and there, when you sit out, see me, because I've been out of it so long. And I was raised in Denver, so I'm used to it, but it's a different type of cold here. So I'm gonna try to, figure it out. It's gonna be all good. But most definitely is I'm trying to get certain things done before the cold set in, where I can actually focus on the conversion insides, finishing that out. I've been reaching out, trying to get some free things done, not getting a lot accomplished. I'm not, as far as like people trying to overprice things or I done had about 3 of them give me good prices and never return, never call back, never nothing. So I don't know what that's about. One guy literally watched come and check out my stuff, and we was talking. He kept saying, "Man, I ain't mad at you, man. This is nice. You know how you can see if somebody envious of what you got, like, man, you shouldn't have that. I should have this. I should, and then I ain't gonna help you." I could tell in his demeanor that I wasn't gonna hear from him. I'm like, some people are just jealous. Some people will be jealous, just jealous that they feel like you shouldn't do what you do and they should do it. They messed up and they feel like they should. I don't know, man. It's crazy. But it is what it is, you know what I mean? And some people will view you thinking, oh man, you're on this level, man, I can charge you more. Nah, even if I had more, I'm not gonna give it to you just to give it away. I know you're trying to fuck me. Why would I let you beat me like that? You know what I'm saying? Just to be realistic, you know what I mean? People are a trip, man. So just to be honest with you, I like to keep everything on a straight playing field. If it's on my mind, I speak it. I don't sugarcoat anything. So for those who know me, I don't believe in sugarcoating, but I do believe that we're gonna have to really, really invest in products over talent. Products over talent, products over talent. I want to keep saying that because beginning of coming into this new year, 2021, the best thing I can tell us, give anybody advice is to learn how to own how you make money. Own how you make money. Lease, rent, everything else. And that way you can start thinking of really what that means and digging into it, products over talent, what that really means. You're not going to be able to work all the time. You're going to have something that's going to be able to replace you from working, so that way you can start doing what you like, and then you can start doing other things and still having that income. Some people just want to play. I get it. Whatever your motive is different. You know what I mean? But if your motive to do something constructive and you're really trying to transform your life and move from working to owning, you can do it, but you're going to have to shift some things around. So just wanted to come to y'all and say that. Hope everybody have a great, great, great day. I think it's Friday, ain't it? Yeah, it's Friday. So everybody have a great, great Friday. Just checking in. Be blessed. Remember, products over talent, products over talent. Keep getting your hog on. Black Phoenix.